I was born ready.
Yeah, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you? Are you actually ready, or are you just saying you're ready?
I can only count to 7, so that high.
I have balls of steel. You know who else has balls of steel? Someone who plays football, probably. I don't know, but that's our segue into football. Because there's actually, you know what? No, not the football. We're not a football show anymore. We're a wrestling show. We are officially a wrestling show.
Based wrestling's more enjoyable anyway.
We're gonna all get like really like marquee IWC t-shirts, right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about like how someone had such it was such a great match. Oh, they had such a great match. They have such great matches. Did you see, you know, Praline Dreams match against, you know, the Great Orangutan on New Japan Pro Style Extreme Rules Wrestling? It was a 5-star match.
It was a 6-star match, brother.
Bro, it was a 7-star match, bro.
This is literally how I feel during the anime segments of the Beefy Boys show.
So true.
I'm like, huh?
So true. To be fair, I'm just not making any sense. So, and what are we talking about on the show tonight? We got some. We'll discuss the draft slightly. We had a whole stream, which if you weren't there, I know y'all were because y'all are the boys, the fellas, actually, if you will, the dudes. I've even heard that going around. But I mean, I don't want to put that on you. You understand? Anyway, not the point. There was a stream. We streamed the whole draft, and it was pretty fun. Devin was even there. Did he know what the hell was going on? No. Was his stream literally like 10 minutes behind? Yes. But you know, hey, fun times were had. We bonded.
Still base participation.
Yeah, and he was here. That's more than I can say for most wide boys. So
it's because wide boys sucks.
Can we go 1 week without shitting on the white boys? I mean, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. I'm not saying we should, because we shouldn't.
No. We listen. We are owed lots of weeks of back pay.
But do we have the capacity to not? I think we do, but I think we should just keep going on because fuck the white boys.
We absolutely have the willpower to not do it.
Right.
I mean, we could administer a weapons grade shunning if we wanted to, and largely we have.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're pretty much in there.
What's more of a shun? Leaving the server completely or being in the server and not participating at all?
Ooh, latter.
Oh, I've been in the server for months and haven't read it, so.
Thanks.
Yeah, I haven't said shit there in quite a while.
Anyway, what does this have to do with sports? Nothing. So
it is a competition of sorts.
They're basically the AEW of the wideverse, if you will.
No, more like the Stardom because they all act like a bunch of foid bitches.
Yeah, get their asses. I don't know what that means, but anyway, okay. So yeah, drafts happened, both drafts, which, you know, was the WWE draft a little bit better than the NFL draft? I'm not saying that. Some people are, and I'm just a journalist reporting the facts.
I'll tell you what, 800,000 people showed up in person to the NFL draft.
You know what's funny?
A lot of people.
You know what's funny, actually? So we were here the night of in this Discord doing the stream, et cetera, et cetera. Next night, we were with the photofoids, right? And old boy comes in and he doesn't say anything, and we're like, "Hey man, how you doing?" Whatever. Turns his camera on. Dude's at the fucking night 2 of the draft. And I went, "Whoa, that's the crossover no one expected."
Okay.
This random guy that I didn't even know knew football existed is at the draft because he lives in Detroit, Rock City.
I guess if you're in Detroit, it's probably not much else going on, huh?
Yeah, in Detroit, you pretty much have like 3 options, and like one of them is doing fentanyl.
And the other's getting shot
while doing fentanyl. Yeah. So,
yeah,
you know, I guess, you know, a little evening out with the wife to, you know, Radio City Music Hall. Watch the draft. Watch the Lions draft their new superstars because they're totally making a run this year.
Maybe.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
telling.
they kind of made a run last year.
I'm telling you. Like this
Yeah?
this is their year
You're calling your shot right now.
right now. That's my football dark horse pick.
Jared motherfucking Goff.
Jared Goff.
Yep.
Jared Goff. Yeah.
Yeah, Detroit loves them some Jared Goff.
You know who else is going to make a run?
Who's that?
Fail Clowns.
Yeah,
With their
is that right?
with their top tier new quarterback, one Mr. Michael Penix Jr. How we feel about that pick, boys? Like just in general. Like you don't have to put like a numerical thing on it, but just like in general, in your soul. How does it make you feel? Specifically you, Tim. For no particular reason.
Okay, so yeah, for no reason whatsoever, I'll weigh in on this pick.
Appreciate
So, picking Penix as the third quarterback in the draft, or fourth, I'm sorry, in my opinion, was the right call. I'm even okay with the position in the draft that he was taken at.
This feels like cope.
I'm just not okay with the team that took him.
Oh, okay.
I think that if the Fail Clowns, if they were being run by anybody with a brain right now, which Arthur Blank, not the guy, Terry Fontenot, not the guy.
That feels anti-Semitic, but go on.
Oh, it could be. From the river to the sea.
So true. What? That's the next show.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Okay.
Satire, deepfake by AI.
Right. There's a soundboard in Discord.
They should have traded the pick and picked up some capital because they have ended up trading more picks later to pick a defensive tackle from Clemson, which also made no sense. So the Falcons are a joke. They're a lost cause. They're a clown show run by a clown.
Also anti-Semitic, but okay.
But again, I thought that was even the right. Everything about the slotting of when Penix got picked, I agree with. Just not the team that picked him.
Now, my hot take criticism is that Penix is a decent quarterback, but of the going into the NFL quarterbacks, he's old and has a pretty heavy injury history. Like, but if Kirk plays all 4 years, Penix is going to be like fucking pushing 30 by the time he starts.
Which, if he's any good, gives him a 10-year run in the league because we have more quarterbacks playing right up until or past 40 right now than ever before.
40 is the new 20.
Yeah, but how many are good to 40?
Well, we have yet to
Several of
see. We're going to find out because this is the first time it's ever really happened.
It's
right?
a pretty
Brady
small
being-
sample size, but so far, Brady, Manning.
Manning, Favre is basically the sample size, right?
Right. And they were
Yeah,
all-
but those are the ones that make it to 40 are the ones that are really good. So, like, I don't know, it's as simple as being good. You have to be real, like, top here. Probably, I don't know. I'm just not
I'd
convinced
argue, what's
Penix is gonna
old
make it.
boy that came in for the Browns last year?
Flacco?
Yeah, he's like pushing
A
40.
Super Bowl winning
He's got to
champion?
be like he's the same age as Trent Dilfer, I'm pretty sure.
Right, but I wouldn't put him in the same conversation as Brett Favre.
No.
So that's
Well,
he
no, he didn't steal millions of dollars from the poor. in Mississippi.
Allegedly. We don't know that for certain. The jury's still quite literally out on that, I'm pretty sure.
And it's
So
from Mississippi, so it doesn't really count.
yeah, we have monopoly money, so anyway. Yeah, no, Phoenix is fine. I'm feeling good about our pick.
I'm feeling great about our pick.
Derek Carr's finally got some protection. This is his year.
Some protection in his new backup, Spencer Rattler.
Oh, yeah.
I'd forgotten about that, actually. I'd actually forgotten that was a thing. I tried to push that out of my mind. Look,
I'll remind you of that every day.
Well, listen, here's the thing. We all know, just nobody's saying it, but we all know, he won't be in New Orleans long.
Well, just don't let him play against Tennessee and you'll be fine. And by that I mean the Titans.
No. I'm just saying Spencer Rattler, right? That type of
Actually,
dude,
only play him against the Tennessee Titans.
he will not be... He won't work out in New Orleans long. That's a party city, and he's a party boy. So I'm just saying there will be some incidents, and he will either be cut or traded, or sorry, I don't know. Maybe honestly, that dude's probably gonna be back at the house in like 3 years.
I mean, hey, you gotta milk it as long as you can for that money, though.
Sure.
Don't blame him for that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It was a fourth round pick, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty late.
Did they have a backup beyond him?
No, because
Probably.
we got rid of
Got rid of Jameis.
yeah, Jameis is gone. I forgot where he went.
The
Cleveland.
Browns.
That was right. Yeah, that's right.
He's up there hanging out with your boy Deshaun.
Deshaun.
I think Jameis is going to see some playing time. That's my hot take.
You've got Jake Hayner out of Fresno State.
I forgot he was
and
a thing.
Kellen Mond out of Tamu.
And he was never a thing.
No. He wasn't the one. It was.
Wait. There's more. You've also, of course, you got Taysom Hill. You know,
big Taysom Hill guy. Big Taysom Hill guy.
And then you have the legend Nathan Peterman himself.
Hell yeah, dude.
I forgot about Peterman.
So that's your options.
He had
So
a
not
5
great.
interception game, and he never played again.
Well, you know, happens to the best of us. I mean, except
True.
us.
Man,
Who never...
when we get done with football,
Man,
which isn't real, I'm gonna take on the elephant in the room. I've decided.
All right, well, we're done with football's dumb. Anyway,
I've got a bone to pick here.
All right, pick a bone here.
Did anybody manage to watch the Osprey versus Danielson match yet from AEW Dynasty?
No.
So I've seen little clips of it, right? Okay, so this match was universally loved.
Mhm.
Like even the biggest AEW haters loved this match.
Right.
Well, I'm the biggest AEW hater, and I didn't love it. So
Well, you haven't seen it.
yeah, because I'm the biggest hater.
So of the ones who have seen it,
Can't argue with that.
and the ones who, of course, love AEW, like your the Dave Meltzers of the world, he was just literally just cooming all over himself watching the match. He gave this match, what was it, 6 3/4 stars?
Yeah.
I think it was full 6.5, wasn't it? Or no,
I think it was 6 3/4. I think it
more.
was higher than that. So he, this is the same guy who says that Kurt Angle has never had a 5-star match. So I feel like I've got to watch the full thing now because I got to see what it was all about. I've seen Osprey wrestle. There was I linked a match that I stumbled on of him wrestling Fat Gunther, aka Walter.
I miss Fat Gunther, by the way.
It was really good.
I miss Fat
this
Gunther.
was in their indie days.
Fat Gunther had soul.
He did.
You know, Vinci and Kaiser also used to be fat. All three of them really toned down.
That's kind of impressive,
when,
actually.
they got to the main roster.
By the way, quick shout out, 104 Constitution. No big deal.
Haley. But can we agree now that just the whole idea of the 5-star rating system is just absolutely a joke?
Yeah, I didn't even know he could go above 5. That feels like some weird like Super Saiyan limit break bullshit, and I don't like it because the implication there is that it could just keep going infinitely, right?
Right. Like I think his previous high watermark was a 6-star match, which was Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door last year.
Which was pretty good. That was a good match.
I saw that match. That match was
a good match. Yeah, it went a little long, but it was good.
And because that was when Americans really saw for the first time the Tiger Driver 94, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where he basically dropped Kenny on his head.
He did. He 100% did. Yeah.
Like it looked bad.
That was wild. Yeah.
But he did the same move to Danielson at the end of this match, and it looked a lot better.
Right.
Like it was he put him down safely. But then apparently he had a press conference after the match, like in the AEW bullshit press scrum that they do.
Right.
Where you got to keep in mind they're still working. The ones who are actual talent. Like Tony Khan thinks he's a talent, but that's a different story for another day. But Ospreay, in a working manner, was very, very worried that he had injured his childhood hero and is retiring the Tiger Driver 94. He's never going to use it again, he says.
Mm.
Does anybody believe that he's never going to use it again?
No.
We do have to give a quick shout out here to Tony Khan, though, right? Because he got attacked last week or whatever, and he wore the neck brace all through the draft. Yeah.
Did you at least go back and watch the clip of the attack?
I saw bits and pieces of it. Yeah.
Holy shit! Of the people in that ring, the only one with any charisma was Tony Khan, and that should tell you something.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's
And he's got
rough.
the charisma of a guy who's the guy who's in the ring who's basically done a lot of lines of cocaine.
Mm.
Maybe Adderall.
Definitely Adderall.
But they just and that's their whole problem, right?
Right.
They don't let their heels get heat. And but when they do get heat, it's bullshit go away heat, right?
Right.
Like it's X-Pac heat.
Yeah.
The Bucks, I'm not quite sure where they're at here, because obviously nobody in that crowd believes that Tony Khan, got hurt in any kind of manner whatsoever, because their fans are all smarks.
Mm-hmm.
So they all know that this is Tony Khan just taking a bump for the first time, and it looked like shit. It was ridiculous. Like, I could appreciate what they were trying to do there, but you are no Vince McMahon.
No.
This is not Stone Cold versus Vince. This is not the rivalry that redefined an entire era.
Right.
This is, for whatever reason, you're the babyface executive of the number 2 company. And for whatever reason, despite you being the biggest babyface in that company, you've got a bunch of heel EVPs running around just doing whatever they want and wrecking shit and causing mayhem, right? Which makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then they bring back the guy who ran off your number 1 star and your number 1 draw. Because this little, jungle monkey boy, whatever his name is.
Woo.
Luke Perry's kid.
Jake Perry.
Jack
Perry.
Jack?
Yeah.
I thought it was Jake.
Jack.
It's Jack.
Jungle jack off, as some call him.
Yeah.
And again, there's nothing about this guy that makes you think he's any kind of real threat. He's not. He's tiny. He looks like shit. He's got his little frilly, long hair. Got his little douchebaggy smile. He's not the kind of heel that he's a chicken shit heel.
I love that clip of CM Punk talking about the incident, and because Perry was trying to be all like up in his face and tough and everything, and Punk just looked at him like, what are you doing, dude? I'll fucking kill you.
Like, what are you doing? I'll fucking kill you.
That's such a CM Punk thing to say. That's so funny. Like,
It
what are
really
you
is.
doing? I'll kill you.
But you can tell these people they've worked themselves into a shoot because he thought that he could take CM Punk.
The thing is, it's like just like the authority angle and like the executive in the ring thing. That's just so done, right? Like, even when they were doing like the authority angle in like 2015 in WWE with like Seth Rollins and stuff, and it was like, yeah, this is all right because it's not, it's not Vince anymore. It's Triple H and Stephanie. And it's like, okay, sure, whatever. Y'all can have this one. But even then, it was kind of like,
But it worked. It worked because the people at the top were heels.
Yeah. Oh God, they were the worst.
But it doesn't work the other way around. You can't have this big old goofy shit babyface who owns the company having a bunch of tyrannical heels underneath him that it makes the promotion look like shit.
Right.
Unless we know the owner's there. They constantly show him sitting in Gorilla. They establish that.
Mm-hmm. Unless there was some, and that's the thing I've always had with AEW, is it really feels like, and we've mentioned this before, it feels like they're really just like the good match company, and that like story is just completely secondary.
Well, yeah, their fans are the ones that this week, since the WWE Draft was this week, SmackDown only had like maybe 27 minutes of actual wrestling in it, and they all started like marking out over how like WWE basically isn't even a wrestling show because their draft show didn't have that much in-ring wrestling.
Right. Which I do. I
And
mean,
it's like they don't want story to be built. They just want their good matches.
They just want to see bangers. They want to see, you've got these devastating finishers. They want to see like Osprey go out there with somebody who he shouldn't even be in the ring with and have a 20-minute competitive match where he drops him on his head 5 times and he kicks out all 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
That's and I'm not shitting on Osprey. He's really good. Like I've watched him and he is fun to watch and his shit usually makes sense.
But the thing is, like, that story is feasible, right? Like, you could have, but it has to be like a heel faction or something to the point where it's like, oh, we've taken control of the locker room. You may own the company, but what are you going to do? Fire us? Like,
Right.
we're your draw. We're your money.
Yeah. A heel usurper revolutionary, but they're not doing that. They're just like, we're in charge. We're the EVPs. We're gonna find you. And like, what does one of the baby faces say? Just like, well, fuck you. I'm gonna go talk to Tony.
Yeah.
because that would shoot the whole angle.
Yeah.
But speaking of heel faction,
story is secondary.
So Will Ospreay. So what Tony said about telling a story, right? So the reason why this worked was because they were telling a story. Like, I haven't been watching AEW, but I know enough about it. So, and the story they were telling was, it was the classic "Who's the best wrestler" story, which has been done. WWE's done it before, WCW did it before, and AEW does it, all the fucking time. But Danielson and Ospreay are so good in the ring that they can tell the rest of the story in the ring. They don't have to do bullshit ass, weak ass promos like the rest of these boys in AEW do. They just go out and fucking have a good match, and they sell appropriately. They do their moves appropriately. I heard one thing where like Danielson hit Ospreay with a finishing type move, and instead of kicking out, he put his foot on the rope. Little things like that, to where it's not people kicking out of moves that they should never be kicking out of. Like, I thought WWE, for example, got a little ridiculous in Brock Lesnar matches, where you had somebody taking like 47 F5s and then kicking out.
We're talking, of course, last year's SummerSlam.
Correct.
Yeah. Which, again, I kind of looked past because,
it's Brock Lesnar.
Got to finish the story.
But yeah, it was a little ridiculous, but you gave him the benefit of the doubt because it was Brock.
Right.
And you just kind of understood that, because he was getting a little long in the tooth. That's what a Brock Lesnar match was going to be. Kind of like that's what a late stage Goldberg match was going to be. Like, it was going to be spear, jackhammer, and if you were supposed to lose, you lost, and if you were supposed to win, you kicked out, and then you hit him with something. Brock Lesnar and insert name here, you're going to trade finishers. Sometimes they're going to do multiple finishers in a row. That's where like Cody doing the crossroads 3 times in a row kind of got going. Because I couldn't remember him ever doing that in AEW. If Cody did a crossroads, it was one and done. Like, that was it. It was pin and keep going.
Which, I'll bring something up in that vein. I agree with. I feel like a finisher should finish, and it should be like a huge thing when someone does manage to kick out of it, and it shouldn't happen multiple times a match, right?
Yeah.
That's what this is a fun fact, and I don't know if this is still true. This was true a couple of years ago, but for a while, no one had ever kicked out of Baron Corbin's finisher, End of Days. No one had ever kicked out of it, and he, to the extent that he literally said, "I'd rather never win a match ever again than have someone kick out of End of Days," because it gives it weight, right? It's like End of Days is like that's the finisher, which is kind of funny to think about in like canon WWE lore. His finisher is literally the strongest one.
It's like the most protected finisher of the last 10 years or something like that.
But I think finishers should be protected.
You're talking the End of Days is like Hulk Hogan leg drop level of protected.
There needs to be like sub finishers, which I guess there kind of is, like a
the Cody Cutter is
Cody
a great
Cutter.
example of that. Sami Zayn with the Falcon Arrow, or Blue Thunder Bomb, that one that he does. The Blue Thunder Bomb has never finished anyone, and that's perfect.
Superman punch from Roman.
Seth Rollins with the Falcon Arrow.
Yeah.
That's the one he's never finished anybody.
But like curb stomp should end a match. Spear from Roman should end a match. Crossroads ends a match.
Orton, or the RKO.
RKO should be one of the most protected finishers in wrestling, because that one's it's so iconic, right? Which I think
the Stone Cold Stunner.
I think the RKO might be one of the more protected ones, honestly.
It is. Orton really had 2 that nobody ever kicked out of: the RKO and the punt.
I read somewhere the other day someone mentioning about the punt, and I was like, I forgot that entire era. God, that made me so angry. I hated him so much during that phase.
Oh, he had nuclear heat. It was great. We lost sight of how good Orton was.
Yeah.
Because he would just do goofy shit from time to time that we wouldn't understand.
He was a fella.
When he did the RKO where he jumped up in the air and was pumping his arms, and it just was ridiculous as fuck.
He was definitely a fella. He had some different phases. Oh, Infernal Garrison, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Orton was great. Well, in general, how did we feel about the WWE draft?
Night 1 was kind of boring. Night 2 had a lot more swaps.
Where do
It was a decent draft.
is Ilya going to Raw or?
Yes.
Ilya's going to Raw.
I think
Correct.
that's gonna be pretty good. He's gonna do good on that show.
Oh yeah.
Where did the bloodline go? The bad bloodline.
Bloodline is still SmackDown.
Okay, good. That's well, okay. And with Cody there, I feel like there's some history going to be there as well.
Yeah, because you gotta feel like it's Cody and Rock is where the money is.
Right. Oh yeah.
You would have thought Roman and Rock before the whole finishing the story thing.
Oh no, they're
Swerve.
saving Roman Rock for 41, 100%.
I think Cody Rock could be like if Rock isn't like busy with fucking Hollywood or whatever, it could be SummerSlam.
Yeah. I think that would actually be pretty good because that doesn't need a ton of build. Like we're already expecting it, so he could kind of just come in like after whatever pay-per-view that is in the summer before SummerSlam, right after that, and be like, all right, we're doing this, and then because we already have that thread set up with the whatever he handed him thing, so he just has to come back, cite that, we're off to the races. 1 month build, beautiful. I'm actually looking forward to that.
How do we feel about the? I feel like the one who's been the most active really since WrestleMania has been Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Am I wrong here?
Active in what?
Most active in terms of what?
Yeah.
Storyline, defenses, etc. Because you've got this whole thing with you had the whole thing with the Chad Gable heel turn. You've got now Fat Bronson Reed in the mix. You've got what was the last where we left off last was Gable coming out and interrupting the Bronson Reed Sami Zayn match, and then Bronson Reed not only hit his fat tsunami on Sami, but also crushed Gable. So we're setting up some kind of three-way there, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's been the most active. Just
Bronson Reed like this because he sucks.
He's fat.
He's definitely that. I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think he's been the most active titles because mid card titles a bit easier to constantly have in something, and like you got your title on Damian Priest. They're kind of in like an active Fall of the Judgment Day thing going on, and obviously Cody, the big title, just a little feud with AJ Styles. So that's Cody's gonna win that.
But that makes sense because they need a credible heel to feed him for his first defense.
That's like if you remember after Daniel won at 30, they immediately put him into a program with like Kane, right? Which felt underwhelming after the big thing, but it was like, oh, it worked. It was safe, right? And it was all right. We got through it.
Yeah, it was a little too predictable because we knew they weren't going to let LA Knight be his first defense.
No,
because that does nothing for LA Knight. It kills him.
Yeah.
But apparently, and I learned this after the fact. Apparently, the ending of that match was botched.
Which one?
The LA Knight and AJ Styles match.
Really?
Apparently, what was supposed to happen. Now, this is from Cornette, so take it how you will.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, but hear me out because it makes sense if you go back and look at it again. It was a very, very slight botch, but it was a meaningful one.
Okay.
What they're saying is that in that one spot where LA Knight gets popped at the ropes, and he kind of reached back and swiped around like in the oh shit, that hurt kind of reeling thing. He was supposed to poke Charles Robinson, Lil Nate, in the eye with his arm flailing back, but he missed him because he's too short. So that was when AJ Styles, seeing what happened, immediately went and poked LA Knight in the eyes and hit his finish 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
But it was supposed to protect LA Knight a little bit better than it did, because he was supposed to be the ref gets blinded, then AJ does the heel shit and beats him dirty. Instead, it looked like just a regular eye poke and beat him kind of clean. So I went back and watched the clip of it, and I was like, oh yeah, I see it, because he kind of swung over the top of Lil Nate's head.
Right.
Just thought it was kind of interesting as all.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't
Well,
disastrous for LA Knight.
I
So.
don't think that your average person watching that, or even your person who's a little smarter watching that, saw it. Well, I missed it.
LA Knight's a loser, so he should lose clean.
You're a
anyways.
loser. I'll
I
slap
really
you.
feel though about the baby facing the crowd is baby facing Roman hard ever since he's taken his leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
Well, I mean,
he's still our tribal chief.
Oh, yeah. Well, not the champion though.
And then you saw like Pat McAfee leading the crowd on Raw and acknowledging him, which is just, I love McAfee in that role though. He's the Mark commentator.
Well, yeah, I love it when he gets a little heely. Like he doesn't go full heel, like he's not Jerry Lawler heel or anything, but he gets a little heely in his marking out, and I appreciate that. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's funny. McAfee's good on commentary.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy how much better the McAfee is than like Excalibur on AEW.
oh, Excalibur's a joke.
He is incredibly difficult to listen to.
I like Taz though.
Taz is a gem.
He's a menace, is what he is.
Speaking of Taz,
Oh,
apparently there's only one person in AEW really who has any heat, and it's not the good kind.
okay.
I went back and saw a little bit of again, this is clip type stuff. I have not watched the pay-per-view, and I won't. So I'm not going to pay any money to watch it.
Based.
But the Chris Jericho versus Hook match.
I don't even know who the hell Hook is.
And this is AEW faithful. Like these are the ones who are buying tickets to go to pay-per-view shows, chanting "Please retire and go home, Jericho."
Ooh.
Yeah, I heard that one. That was
Now,
pretty funny.
here's a question. Is that coming from okay, so let me ask this question because it will frame the rest of what I'm going to say. Does he not have it anymore? Is that the deal?
It's that's part of it.
Okay. Is the second part of it that the AEW crowd is a certain type of people and Chris Jericho is a certain type of person who is not very liked by the type of people that AEW crowd is?
That's part of it.
Okay. I thought so.
Third part of it is there are some allegations that questionable as to whether or not he'll beat them. Let me put it that way.
Oh, is this related to the Vince stuff?
Not directly, no.
Man,
But
Jericho.
we're talking basically the allegation is that he propositioned a much younger female talent in the early stages of AEW.
Yeah, I could see that. Actually, 100% believe it. Like don't even need to show me the evidence. I just believe it.
And she kind of cute, so I'm on her side.
Oh, that's the standard of justice now. Okay.
I mean, they're all going to choose the bear anyway, right? So
Yeah, sure.
we might as well just be us.
That's true. I like Jericho.
But yeah, he definitely doesn't have it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Big Judas in my mind guy.
Yeah, they quit playing the song. That's part of why he's getting booed.
Oh yeah.
Because as we all know, the crowds they love to sing.
Crowds
The crowd
love
loves to sing they love to sing and participate, and
Mm-hmm.
they're not getting that right now because he was in his bullshit, transparent, fake babyface mode.
Chris babyface Jericho never really works to me because he's like naturally kind of an asshole.
Yeah, he was doing the Lionheart Jericho,
Oh God.
that version of his persona.
Oh God.
But long story short, like really in AEW, all his shit's been pretty lame.
Yeah.
He's in his 50s, so he's definitely slowed down in the ring. Like he's not the worker that he was. And anybody who he does a program with, like it's very transparent that the only person who gains anything from the program is Jericho.
Well.
Like nobody who's been in a program with him comes out better on the other side.
You know, it's real rough because AEW brought in like all these like old big names right in the beginning to try and like give themselves legitimacy, but I don't feel like they've really built anything off of it in all the years they have since then, other than like maybe MJF.
And that's about it. And right now he's in exile. A, because he's hurt. B, because the stuff he was doing with Adam Cole got really, really dumb and shitty at the end.
Many such cases these days with AEW.
But like, oh god, yeah, they're all hurt. Shit. But MJF, when he does come back, because he will. I mean, despite all the fake controversy, because everything he talks about with his contract, it's a work.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to stay with them because the reality is he's like 5'10".
Right.
He doesn't present like a WWE guy, but he can be a top guy and get paid a lot of money in AEW.
Which is a shame, right? Because I'd love to see him in WWE, right?
But his personality would be outstanding in WWE.
The problem is, though, he would end up being like paired with like another like funny guy after a little bit, and that's just where he would be for the rest of his career.
His ceiling would be Sami Zayn.
His ceiling would be Sami Zayn, essentially, yeah. I watched a clip the other day of Sami Zayn back when he was in the Indies, and he was
Generico?
No, a different one. He was pretending to be a black guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Go look it up on YouTube. It's called Sami Zayn, the Blackest Man in Nebraska. It's pretty funny, actually.
Whoa.
Yeah. Where the hell's Devin?
Probably still yapping in the other.
Well, go
Discord.
yell him to get over here because we got another
So
show
true.
to do. We got another show to do. We got to get out of here. That was sports talk. Goodbye, everyone.
How do you feel about the NXT call-ups?
I was signing off, but okay.
Great about the dudes.
Ilya's
no idea about
great.
any woman.
I have no idea who the women were.
I'm looking forward to some Dijak and Drew McIntyre shit posting on Raw.
Setting my status to in the zone because that's where I'm at right now.
All right. Well, we are also in the zone, and we are ending the sports zone. Goodbye.